After a while, you learn the subtle difference between holding a hand and chaining a soul. You learn that love doesn't mean leaning, and company doesn't always mean security. And you begin to learn that kisses aren't contracts and presents aren't promises. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes ahead, with the grace of a woman, not the grief of a child. And you learn to build all your roads on today because tomorrow's ground is too uncertain for plans, and futures have a way of falling in mid flight. After a while, you learn that even sunshine burns if you get too much. So you plant your own garden and decorate your own soul instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. And you learn that you really can endure. You really are strong. And you really do have worth. And you learn and you learn. With every goodbye, you learn. That's Veronica A. Shofstall. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Thank you for showing up today. We are going to be working out of this mold right here, and it is a cute little cheese box. See the little piece of cheese? The bottom part looks like cheese. It's got little spots on it for the cheese. And then in the lid, I don't know why, but they put some kind of little bear in there. I don't know if y'all can see him or not, but I didn't like that. So I'm going to stuff some of my air dry clay down in there to block that off. And then we're going to be putting a little mouse on the top of the cheese. So that's my idea. All right. And then we're going to make the mouse some cheese to put in his hand, like he's broke a piece of cheese off and he's eating it sitting on top of the jar. And I don't know if I want to use this or this. So we're just going to make a little piece of cheese out of both of these molds. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my air dry clay here. This is the foam air dry clay. And I'm going to go ahead and pack it down in there. And then that way, we will close that off right there. Right like that. And I'm not worried if it's going to leave a little lump or bump there, because we're going to be putting that mouse over it anyway. So let me scrape a little bit of that off, because that might be a little bit too much. I don't really want it to be a lump or a bump there. So I'm just going to pack it down in there like that. Need a little bit more. There's a little tail on this critter. So I need to make sure I get it in every little piece. Okay, I think that's going to work right there. All right, now I'm going to close my air dry clay foam back up, because I don't want to waste it. I use this stuff a lot. Okay. I have my resin mixed up right here. I'm using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. I have two different colors here for my cheese. It's the Baltic Day Pure Soul Resin Pigment Paste. I really love these pigment paste. I have Tiger here and Honey Gold. And I'm just torn between the two, my friends. I do not know which one of these I want to choose for the cheese. I guess I'm going to go with this one. And I don't worry about clipping those little tips off right there. Well, you don't have to clip them off. You just twist that off, and then you put a little bit, you squeeze it out onto your whatever you're using. But I just usually take the top off like that and dig my stick down in there. But the reason I didn't do that this time is because this stick's too fat. So let's go ahead and start stirring up our pigment paste into our resin, because I have quite a bit of resin in this cup right here, and I don't want it to get hot on me and flash cure. So we need to hurry up and get it stirred up. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this glitter to it. Not much, just a little. And it doesn't matter that the bottle is green. You cannot tell what color the glitter is once you mix it into the resin. It's so fine that it doesn't show a color. And that resin is very fine that it stays throughout the epoxy. It doesn't sink to the bottom, you know, because it's super, super duper fine. I don't think it can get any more fine than that. Okay, I think I have that pigment paste stirred up in there really good. Whoops. I spilty wilty little. I'm always making a mess. I'm always messy. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and spritz the mold with some alcohol. Making sure I get down there. And then I'm going to take it, bounce it upside down, get the excess out. Oh, I forgot to tell you, this mold comes with the little thing in it right there. And you don't want to take that out, because that's going to keep the shape of your mold. Okay. Let's go ahead and pour. And I'm going to pour really slow because I don't want to, you know, incorporate any more bubbles into this resin. There's already quite a few that need to make their way to the top from me stirring the pigment paste into it. Okay, I'm going to stop right there real quick. And I'm going to use my heat gun. Spritz a little alcohol and keep it moving. And I'm just going to drop it right here in the center and let it just spill down that center there. And then after I get this filled, I'm going to turn a fan on it, because I don't want it to get so hot that the bubbles can't escape from the bottom. Use a little bit more of the alcohol. Now we're going to go ahead and top this mold off. I don't know if I made enough resin to do that. Hopefully I did. Okay, that looks perfect. Okay, I don't know if I have enough to do the top or not, but we're going to go ahead and try. Trying to move that the wrong way. Move it right there. Okay, I'm going to spritz the lid with a little bit of alcohol. And then we'll go ahead and pour. Okay, I'm going to stop right there real quick. And it looks like we have enough. I'm going to use my heat gun and pop any of those surface bubbles before we top this mold off. I'm going to run around the rim of this too, so that we don't have any bubbles trapped inside of the rim of the lid. Okay, I'm going to take this little silicone tipped tool here, and I'm just going to run along the edges here. And make sure there's no bubbles trapped in there. Because that is a perfect little area for them to get in and hide. Okay. I'm going to use my heat gun. Now I'm going to spritz some alcohol. And now let's go ahead and top the mold off. But I'm going to move it over here because I'm fixing to turn the fan on. And it's going to be blowing on that mold right there. So that may be what you hear. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. But I'm going to leave that fan right on that mold so that resin, the bubbles have a chance to make their way to the top before it gets real hot and cures. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and top this mold off right here. This is my little edge tool I like to do my edging with. I like to just go over the molds right there on the edge and clean my edges off. I don't like resin curing on any edge, the edges of my molds. Because that's more cleanup for you when you demold it. Okay, I'll meet you back in a minute and we'll get the little pieces of cheese put in there. I don't want you to sit here and watch me cleaning the rims of my molds. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, if you hear something, it's that little fan going over there on my cheese box. I'm going to use this pink by Let's Resin. It's a mica powder. And we're going to color our mouse's ears with this. I just need a little bit because it's only a little bit, a little area there in the ears. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Let me turn it this way. I'm just going to be dropping some pink right down in this ear and this ear because I want the ears to be pink. And then we'll make our mouse white. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get that mixed up in my resin. And then I'm going to be using a different yellow for the cheese that he's going to be eating. Because I didn't really like how light the lid came. But I think it's going to be fine for our jar. But these pieces are a lot more shallow and tinier. So I'm going to use this yellow right here. And it's just a pigment paste that I made myself using leftover epoxy resin, part A. I mixed it in there. And with some of my powder and stirred it and stirred it. We're going to go ahead and put some of that in here. And I'm just going to dip my stick down in there and just get a little bit off and then get it stirred up in my resin. And then that's going to be the cheese, the color of the cheese that our mouse is going to be holding. And I think it turned out a beautiful color. I think it's really going to match the bottom jar. Okay, I'm just going to run a little bit of tape over my mold here and clean it off. I love these little molds right here. They look like real pieces of cereal. You know, the Apple Jacks cereal? This mold right here resembles those pieces of Apple Jack cereal to a T. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spritz my mold with a little bit of alcohol. And I don't know what's going to look the best in our little mouse's hand for the cheese. So I'm going to just make a few of these, and we'll just choose between them which ones we want to use, or which one we want to use. And I can always use these at a later date in something else. Okay, I'm not going to bother with the other two because that one right there is a pumpkin with a bow on its head, and that's an ice cream. So I'm just going to leave that right there, and then I'm going to pick a few of these out. I'm trying to see which one of these is the smallest, and it's going to be this one and this one. So I'm going to drop some resin down in there and then in there. It's not a very big opening there. I'm just going to bounce it, make sure it's down in there good. Add a little bit more to this one. And then I'm going to let them cure. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get my mouse. And I'm just going to use this mouse right here. Okay, I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol down in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that stick. And I'm going to get one of these little sticks here and dip it in my resin. And then drop it right down into the ear. Okay, I think his little ears are filled up. I wish I could put some on his little cheeks, some of this pink on his little cheeks, but I don't think that's going to work. All right, I'm going to let that cure up, and then I will meet you back. Okay, my friends, are y'all ready to demold our little cheese box?
I have never used that color before.
I forgot to cut my video off. I'm over here watching Mary from Resin Me Up. Let me cut it off. Okay. We are going to demold our little cheese box here. And then we made some little pieces here. I think we'll probably end up using something out of this mold for the cheese for our mouse's mouth. But I thought I was recording and I wasn't, you guys. All I did was poured our little mouse. I poured him gray and white. I used my resin pigment paste in gray. And then I used my mother of pearl. And I just made him gray and white. And remember, we did his ears pink. And I went ahead and dropped in some pink for a few other ones. So I won't have to do that later when I do another mouse. Okay, let's get these out because I'm excited to show you all what these look like. They really do look like Applejack cereal. I'm telling you, they do. Look at that. Looks just like an Applejack cereal, doesn't it? I'm telling you, this mold should have cost way more than it did because this is a handmade mold, and it is very high quality, very good quality mold. And it came from Temu. I went and ordered me about 6 of these, you guys. They are beautiful. Looks just like Applejack cereal. Identical. Uh-oh, I got a big bubble in this one. Big old bubble. And this was the one we was going to use for the piece of cheese. And then here is a really pretty color. That's my Cayman's Kea alcohol ink. Doesn't those look just like Applejack cereal? All right, now let's demold these right here. Now we might pick out one of these for a piece of cheese for our little rat. This looks like a lifesaver. Isn't that cute? And that's a donut. Little donut. And that's little Mickey Mouse ears. I believe that's a strawberry. You ever seen a yellow strawberry before? I have. A runt one. Got you. Oh, I don't know what that is. Maybe an ice cream. And then that looks like a little donut. Okay, maybe we'll pick from one of those for a piece of cheese. All right, y'all ready to get to the good stuff? Let's get to the good stuff. I want to demold this one because I'm anxious to see what that's going to look like packing that air dry clay down in there. So let's hop to it. Oops, I took his head off. Sorry about that, buddy. I was a little excited there. Oh, good Lord. There he is. That looks scary, you guys. Don't it? That looks very scary. And then we just pull him right on off of there. And we'll clean that up and we'll make sure we set our little mouse right there and you'll never even know that was there. Okay, we're going to put this little scary thing away. That's freaking me out a little bit. Looks like one of them, it's like somebody with a sack over their head and they poked some little eyes out so they could see. It's a weird looking teddy bear. Now, let's go ahead and get our jar out. I'm super excited to see what this looks like. I like cheese. Anybody else like cheese? I like cheese. All right, I'm going to go ahead and remove this little block right here while we get our casting out. And that'll make it a whole lot easier, I think. Oh, goodness, you guys. This looks like it is in there like swimwear. Y'all know what that means? Oh, good Lord. I don't feel like Hercules tonight. But Jesus. Oh, my gracious. I'm just going to roll it. When all else fails, roll it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready for... All right, before I flip it back Inside, I'm going to take my mold release spray here, and I'm going to spritz some on there. That's all you need. Just a little. Just a dash. Just a spritz. Okay, now I'm going to pack that back down in there so I don't forget to do it and I don't throw it in the trash. Let's check our piece of cheese out. Look at it. That is too cute. Too stinking cute. Stop it. That is awesome. I absolutely love it. All right, now the fun part begins. Let's get our little mousey out and give him a little piece of cheese. Ain't he cute? Look, he's ready for the cheese. He's ready for it. Okay. Look at his little ears. That the water ears. He got water bitty ears. He got water bitty ears. They could have made him a little tail. Is there a tail in there somewhere? Nope. Mice have tails. They're wrong for that. They gypped you out of a body part. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. What about that? I'm so tired of my camera jumping. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on. I think I like, let's see. Y'all like that? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with that. I guess. So put him on top of there. That is so cute. I love it. We just got to work that piece of cheese out. Because I don't know. I'm really not liking what I made as the cheese. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm going to have to think on it. While I'm thinking on it, I'm going to go fix my camera because I'm tired of seeing it jump like that. And I know y'all are. So let me go figure that out right quick and then I'll be back. Okay. I got some little glasses right here that I thought we might put on our little mouse. But I don't know if I want black or gold. Or gold. I think I like the gold the best. Okay. That's his little snacks on top of the cheese with him. That he little knacks. Yeah, that he little knacks that he found. That he be eating. And I got this little hat right here. And I thought it might be cute on him. And then, you know how people wear chains on their glasses? I thought we would run it through here like that. And then take some of this UV resin bonding stuff. Put a little dab right there. And cure it up so that the chain doesn't move off of the glasses. And hopefully that'll keep them on our little mouse. All right, I'm going to do the other side and then I'll meet you back. Okay, I got the glasses on there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and snip off the excess over here. And now he has a little chain on his glasses. And that's going to keep them on his head because it's going to go behind his little ears. All right, now something don't look right though. I think that, there we go. Now, well, now this side's done the same way. He put some more on there. I didn't do that side quite right. Okay. Here we go. Isn't he cute? Yeah, let's see if we can get the hat on him. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll have to glue the hat. So, I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on the hat, and then we will, well, let's go ahead and put the cheese in his mouth, and then we'll do the hat, because that hat may enable me from being able to see the cheese there. So, let's see here. And I'm not doing cheese. I decided on a cookie. Let me cure it up some more and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm going to take my painter's marker here. Go ahead and get it started. I've never used this color before. Okay, there it goes. And then I'm just going to give him some little blue eyes. Okay, got some blue eyes. And then, let's see if we can give him some little pink toes. Right like that. Oh, maybe I need to give it a little bit more. I don't think I had all of his toes. Yeah, he's got long nails. She's got long nails. Yeah, she's got long nails. Now, there we go. Much better, much better. I messed up on her paint job right here. And we can't do that. We got to have her looking good now. There we go. Okay. Now, let's get your glasses back on. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue her hat on. And then I'm going to let that dry. And we'll work on the rest. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the hat. And then we're going to let it sit there and dry. And then I'll meet you back. Actually, we could go ahead and glue him on the jar too. Okay. I'm just grabbing some of this glue. Okay, I have finished our little cheese jar with our mouse on the top. And she is feasting away on there. She is having so much fun just snacking it up. So cute and adorable. I love every single thing about this little cheese jar. It is super fun and so adorable. I absolutely love it. The lid fits on nice and neat. You know, it's just very cute. A very cute jar. I absolutely love it. And it was so much fun creating it. And I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I hope this inspired someone to make a super fun jar like this. And create it, you know, and make it your own. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you all on Wednesday for Coasting Through the Week, Coaster Wednesday. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.